Have you ever felt like you're just waiting for something to happen, stuck and frustrated, not knowing what's next? What if I told you that this waiting time isn't wasted? It's actually a powerful moment when Allah is working behind the scenes for you. In those quiet moments when it feels like nothing is moving, Allah is already shaping your future and preparing something far greater than you can imagine. Today, let's explore the truth that while you're waiting, Allah is actively making things happen for you. All you need to do is trust His plan and go with the flow of the process. And we have certainly created man, and we know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein. Quran 50:16-1. Waiting is not wasting. Waiting doesn't mean you're wasting time. In fact, some of the most meaningful moments in life happen during times of patience. It's normal to feel frustrated when things aren't going your way. But remember, Allah's plan runs on His perfect timing, not ours. Even if it feels like nothing is changing, your waiting is part of a bigger, better plan. Think of it like a seed buried in the soil. At first, it looks like nothing is happening. But underneath, the seed is growing roots, gathering strength, and getting ready to sprout at the right time. In the same way, what feels like waiting is actually Allah preparing you. He's building your strength, shaping you, and positioning you for what's ahead. So trust that every moment of waiting is helping you grow in ways you can't yet see. Allah is closer to you than you think, guiding you and nurturing you every step of the way. As Allah says in the Quran, "And we have certainly created man, and we know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein." Quran 50:16. Allah knows what you're feeling, and He's with you, even in the quiet moments when it feels like nothing is happening. 2. Allah's wisdom in delays. Delays in life aren't always a sign that something is wrong. Sometimes they are actually part of Allah's perfect plan to protect you or prepare you for something even better. Allah's wisdom goes far beyond what we can understand, so we may not always see the reasons behind these delays. It's easy to feel frustrated or impatient when things don't happen on our schedule. But we must trust that Allah knows what's best for us. What feels like a delay is often Allah arranging something greater for you. He is the best of planners, and His plans are always better than anything we could imagine for ourselves. The Quran reminds us that Allah is always taking care of us, even when we don't understand why things happen the way they do. And it may be that you dislike something, although it is good for you. Quran 2:2-16. Sometimes the things we don't want or expect turn out to be Allah guiding us towards something much better, something we couldn't have seen on our own. Instead of feeling frustrated, take a deep breath and trust that Allah's timing is always perfect. Every delay has a purpose, and it's always for your benefit. Remember, Allah is in control. Even when things seem still, He is always working behind the scenes, leading you toward what's best for you. 3. Your growth in the waiting period. Waiting can often feel frustrating, like nothing is happening. In today's fast-paced world, we're so used to seeing quick results that we sometimes think our value depends on how fast we achieve our goals. But the truth is, waiting is far from a waste of time. It's actually one of the most important and transformative periods in your life. During this time, Allah is preparing you for something much greater than what you can imagine right now. Waiting isn't about doing nothing. It's about growing in ways you might not see yet, but are absolutely necessary for the future Allah has planned for you. Think about planting a tree. Above the ground, it might look like nothing is happening, but under the soil, the roots are growing deeper and stronger. That's how your waiting period works. Allah is building your patience, strengthening your character, and getting you ready for what's to come. Just like a seed needs time to grow into a strong tree, your growth also takes time. When things feel slow or stagnant, remind yourself that Allah is working behind the scenes to prepare you for something beautiful. You might wonder why things aren't happening as fast as you'd like, or why your efforts don't seem to pay off. But growth isn't always visible or instant. Waiting doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're being shaped, refined, and strengthened for the next chapter of your life. The waiting period is also a time to work on yourself internally. While you may be focused on external goals like your career, relationships, or achievements, this is a chance to reflect on who you are and who you want to become. It's an opportunity to align your actions with your faith. Use this quiet time to deepen your relationship with Allah. Trust His wisdom and believe in His perfect timing. Even if you don't see results yet, your soul is being nurtured and prepared for the blessings that are on their way. Waiting isn't always easy. It's simple to trust Allah when life is going well, but true growth happens during times of uncertainty and challenge. You might feel like you're waiting for something big, a breakthrough, an opportunity, or a sign. But while you wait, Allah is preparing your heart and mind, teaching you to trust Him more deeply and to rely on His timing, not your own. It's during the waiting period that you build the patience and resilience needed to face the challenges ahead. One of the most valuable lessons you can learn in this time is that there's no need to rush the process. Life is all about timing, understanding that everything happens according to a plan far greater than our own. You don't have to force things or try to make them happen on your own. Instead, embrace the stillness of the waiting, trusting that Allah is working behind the scenes to align everything perfectly in your life. The more you practice patience and find peace in the waiting, the more ready you'll be for the blessings Allah has prepared for you. The Quran reminds us that growth, change, and provision come from Allah alone, and His plan is always the best. Do not kill your children for fear of poverty. We provide for them and for you. Surely killing them is a heinous sin. Quran 17:31. This verse reassures us that Allah is the ultimate provider. Even when the future feels uncertain, we can trust that He will provide for us in the best way possible. So while you wait, hold on to your faith and trust that Allah's timing is always perfect. Waiting is part of Allah's provision for us. It gives us the time and space to grow, reflect, and align ourselves with His plan. Everything you need is already on its way. You just need to trust that the waiting is not pointless. It's shaping you into the person who will be ready to receive and truly value the blessings when they arrive. Allah is never in a hurry, but His timing is always perfect. The growth you experience during the waiting period is an essential part of His divine plan for you. Growth isn't just about reaching external goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, someone who is ready to handle the incredible blessings Allah is preparing for you. So trust the process, trust His timing, and trust that every moment spent in patience is making you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. 4. Trust the process, even in silence. In today's fast-paced world, silence can feel uncomfortable. We're so used to constant noise and activity that stillness might seem like nothing is happening. During times of waiting, this silence can feel unsettling, like a sign that things aren't moving. But silence isn't the absence of action. It's often the space where the most meaningful growth happens, especially when we trust in Allah's plan. When life feels quiet and nothing seems to change, it's easy to think your prayers aren't being answered or that your efforts are in vain. But remember, silence often comes before great change. Just because you don't see results right away doesn't mean Allah isn't working. Even in stillness, Allah is always at work, preparing things in ways we might not understand. Think about the natural world, how seeds are nurtured in the soil long before they sprout. Beneath the surface, they're growing, developing, and getting ready to rise at the right moment. In the same way, when your life feels still, Allah is quietly aligning everything you need for what's ahead. This is a time of preparation, where your patience and faith are being strengthened so you'll be ready for the blessings to come. Trusting Allah's timing means accepting that things won't always happen when we expect them to. It's natural to want answers right now or for the next step to be clear. But trust that Allah is guiding you every moment, even in silence. His plans are always greater than anything we could imagine. The Quran reassures us that Allah is with those who trust Him, especially during moments of waiting in silence. Indeed, Allah is with those who fear Him and those who are doers of good. Quran 16:128. So embrace the silence and trust that Allah is working behind the scenes, preparing you for something far better than you can see right now. This verse reminds us that even in silence, when it feels like nothing is happening, Allah is always present, guiding us every step of the way. Silence can also be a powerful opportunity for reflection and self-awareness. In those quiet moments, you have the chance to tune into your thoughts, feelings, and desires. It's a time to reflect on your life, your goals, and your relationship with Allah. When the world around you is still, it's the perfect moment to turn inward, Connect with your heart and soul and listen for the guidance Allah may be sending your way. These moments of silence are not empty. They're filled with the potential for deep growth. They allow you to understand where your heart truly lies and help you align yourself with Allah's will. Silence isn't just about the world around you being still. It's about finding peace within yourself. Trusting the process means learning to stay calm and composed, even when life feels chaotic. When you cultivate inner peace, no matter what's happening around you, you open yourself to Allah's wisdom and perfect timing. This is a core part of faith, knowing that even in uncertain moments, Allah is in control and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you find yourself in a period of silence or waiting, don't rush to fill it with noise or distractions. Instead, embrace it as a time for growth, a time when Allah is quietly working behind the scenes, preparing you for what's ahead. Trust that His plan is already in motion and that the silence is part of the process. Just like a seed needs time in the dark soil to grow strong before it breaks through into the light, you too are being nurtured in ways you may not see, but are essential for your future. When you trust the process, even in silence, you're letting Allah do His work without interference. This is where true growth happens. When you let go, surrender to His will, and have faith that He knows what's best for you, even if the way forward isn't clear. Silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It's the foundation of transformation. Trust that every moment of stillness is preparing you for something greater. 5. Stay active while you wait. Waiting doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. Far from it. While Allah is working behind the scenes to create the right opportunities for you, it's important to stay active and keep striving toward your goals. Patience doesn't mean being passive. It's about staying engaged, continuing to grow, and making the most of the time you have right now, even if the outcome isn't clear yet. Staying active while you're waiting doesn't mean rushing or forcing things to happen. It's about taking small, steady steps forward, even if progress feels slow. Every little step you take matters, and it's all part of the journey. Allah doesn't reward laziness, but He values effort and a positive attitude, even when results don't come right away. Think of this waiting period as a chance to strengthen yourself, learn new skills, and build a solid foundation for your future. For example, if you're hoping for a new opportunity or change, use this time to prepare for it. Read a book, take a course, or work on a skill that will help you in the future. By investing in your growth now, you'll be ready when the opportunity comes. Remember, Allah helps those who help themselves. By staying active, you're showing your readiness for what Allah has planned for you. Don't forget to stay active in your faith as well. Waiting is a beautiful chance to grow closer to Allah. Spend time in prayer, reflect on the blessings you already have, and engage in acts of worship, charity, or gratitude. These actions will deepen your connection with Allah and open your heart to His guidance. In the Quran, Allah reminds us to stay strong in our faith and trust in His plan. And we have certainly created man, and we know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein. Quran 50:16. While you wait, trust that Allah is closer to you than you can imagine. He is guiding you and answering your prayers in ways you might not see yet. This waiting period is a perfect time for self-reflection and growth. Take a moment to think about your thoughts, actions, and goals. Ask yourself, what can I improve about myself? How can I become the person I need to be to fulfill my purpose? The work you do on yourself during this time is just as important as any external success. As you grow and evolve, you prepare yourself to receive the opportunities Allah is already preparing for you. Also, use this time to serve others. Acts of kindness, giving, and helping those around you can be deeply fulfilling. They can also open doors in ways you might not expect. By helping others during your waiting period, you create a sense of purpose and may even receive unexpected blessings from Allah. Remember, waiting is not a reason to be passive. It's a chance for growth, learning, and service. Keep investing in yourself, building your relationships, and nurturing your connection with Allah. He is using this time to prepare you for what's ahead. When the blessings and opportunities come, you'll be ready to embrace them fully. The Quran reminds us, and those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways, and indeed Allah is with the doers of good. Quran 29:69. While you wait, keep striving. Every action you take brings you closer to the path Allah has planned for you. Your efforts, no matter how small, will never go unnoticed. 6. The blessing of patience. Patience can seem difficult to practice, especially in a world that encourages us to get everything instantly. We're constantly told to hurry, achieve quickly, and always be moving forward. But in Islam, patience, sabr, is not just about waiting. It's a powerful tool for growth and transformation. Allah tells us that patience is a blessing that brings us closer to Him and the peace we're seeking. Patience is not just about enduring tough times or waiting for things to change. It's about trusting Allah's timing, even when we don't understand why things are delayed. It's the ability to stay calm and composed, knowing that Allah has a plan for us, even when things seem uncertain. The Quran tells us, "O you who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient." Quran 2:153. This verse reminds us that we are never alone in our struggles. Allah is always with us, guiding and supporting us, especially during difficult times. Patience isn't something we practice on our own. It's about relying on Allah and trusting in His plan. Patience is more than just waiting. It's about surrendering to Allah's will, knowing that we don't have control over everything but trusting in the one who does. It's an active form of faith. Every moment of patience shows your belief that Allah is shaping your journey and that everything is happening for a reason. Patience not only makes us stronger during tough times, but also fills our hearts with peace. It allows us to endure the waiting process with calmness, trusting in Allah's perfect plan. The Quran teaches us that the reward for patience is beyond what we can imagine. So stay patient and remember the promise of Allah. So be patient. Indeed, the promise of Allah is truth. Quran 30:60. Patience isn't just enduring hardships. It's about finding peace and trusting that Allah's promise will always come true. This verse encourages us to stay patient because we know that Allah's promises are always true. When we trust in Him and stay patient, our perseverance will eventually bring us the reward we've been waiting for. While the reward of patience isn't always immediate, it's always worth the wait. Allah teaches us that patience is a way to get closer to Him, and the reward for being patient is truly immense. Patience is also a key part of emotional growth. It helps us manage our impulses, let go of the need for instant results, and build emotional strength. As we wait, we become more aware of our feelings and reactions, learning how to control them instead of letting them control us. Patience helps us stay calm and balanced, even when things feel chaotic. It's important to remember that patience doesn't mean doing nothing. While you're waiting, keep living your life, growing, and working toward your goals. Trust that Allah is guiding you every step of the way. Patience means understanding that the best things in life take time and that the process itself holds value, even if it doesn't turn out exactly how we expected. Trusting in Allah's plan requires patience, and through that patience, we grow and become the people we are meant to be. Patience is a true sign of strength. As Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever shows patience, Allah will make them patient." No one is given a gift better and more comprehensive than patience. Sahih Bukhari. This hadith reminds us that patience is a special gift from Allah for those who remain steadfast in their faith. It brings inner strength, peace of mind, and spiritual growth. The more we practice patience, the stronger and more resilient we become. As you wait for what is meant for you, remember that every moment of patience is not only bringing you closer to your goal, but also strengthening your bond with Allah. It's a reminder that He is in control of everything, and through patience you can find peace that goes beyond understanding. Patience isn't just a blessing for now, it's a gift that continues to shape your heart and soul. Stop worrying and let go of the need to control everything. Allah is already working things out for you. Your job is to trust His timing, accept the process, and have faith that everything is unfolding just as it should. Allah's plan is far greater than any plan we could make ourselves. You are exactly where you need to be, and while you wait, Allah is preparing something amazing for you. So, remember, when you stop worrying and place your trust in Allah, peace will follow. If this message brought you peace, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay calm and trust that Allah's plan is always working in your life.